but they're now here in this room, okay? It's not all because of me, but because of someone else later on down the road. But I've run into several church members. It's been really sweet. But it's okay. It didn't stop me because I am here. I'm not finished yet, but you've got to keep going. So just know that I just want you to be encouraged, but not to just let this encouragement just be a small little thing. Hold on to the encouragement. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and know that you can do this.
Alrighty, so this is going to be our last question, but if you have any questions you would like to ask the group, Leon has a microphone in the back and we'll try to get through as many questions as possible. I thought it would be helpful for you all to get to ask the questions that you're thinking of as you're sitting here. Alright, the last question is, what is your best advice for getting to the next rank?
Don't quit.
Keep sharing. Don't stop.
Remember, you need to duplicate. You must, everything you do is an eye toward duplication. We did everything wrong when we started, which slowed us down considerably. We still achieved a great goal, but it took us way longer than it should have because he was the doctor, he had the degrees after his name, and he was doing all the teaching. And we had some great advice from someone, several someones, but one in particular at Silver Retreat, Vicki Offer, sat next to us on the airplane coming home, and she said, we picked her brain, how do we get to Diamond from here? We're Silver at this point. And she said, well, what have you done so far? We said, well, we hold these big classes in our home and we charge for them and we have a big lunch that's all healthy. And he teaches all these advanced classes on health and oils and all this other stuff. And she said, well, that's great, that's wonderful. That's got you to where you are and you can keep doing that if you want to. She said, but you're not gonna grow very fast. She looked at Tom and she said, so Tom, let me just ask you a question. Do you want to be the expert? Or do you want to be a diamond? And he just looked at her like, both? Can I be both? She said, because if you want to be the expert, we're done. But if you want to be a diamond, you have to stop teaching, at least the basic classes. Evangeline has to start teaching. And I went, oh. Because that's not me. Karen and I both have the struggle of being up in front of people. And so I had to start teaching the basic classes, and that's when we began to duplicate. That's when other people started teaching classes on our team. So everything with an eye toward duplication. Don't do what we did and put out 1,000 brochures and put out 16 starter kits or something like that. One starter kit, some simple literature if you must, and just read off of notes and teach your class very simply.
My piece of advice when you're going for the next rank is to look down in your team to see who you can help achieve their goals. So for me, yes, I have, I'm Crown Diamond. I've got one more step. We're all Crown Diamond. But I want to focus more on the needs of my team members and say, how can I help? What is your goal? Let me help you. So when you're reaching down to pull others up, you're going to go up too. And that's a huge, huge key. And now this is not my tip. It's something I recently heard from another Royal Crown Diamond, Frances Buller. And so she said this, and it was so profound to me. And I was like, oh my word, that is just so cool. Look down and help stars to be senior stars. If you look down in your team, for those of y'all that do have, maybe you're executive, maybe you're senior star, look for the stars to be a senior star. And praise God for our new Elite Express program. That's exciting. Isn't that exciting? And so help others to achieve their goals, and you're going to get there. You're going to achieve your goal.
Well, everything everyone has said is what I have done, and since I'm now at the top and there isn't another level yet, what I have turned my focus on, which you can do at any level, is to do that. So last October, I looked through my group at the non-silver or above legs, and I just reached out to them with a phone call and or an email or Facebook message, whatever I knew that I could contact them with, and ask them if they were ready to build a wonderful dynamic business with Young Living. And those people that answered yes, one of them's in this room. She is just about to go silver and probably will be gold by the end of the year. There are People are waiting for you to ask them. I really think so. So I have 4 new legs being built now that will go to Diamond. Not this year maybe, but you've got to ask your people. That's what I did. That's why I have all these people. It's because I asked, do you want to do a business? Do you want to have, I didn't ask if you didn't want to do a business. I said, can I come over to your house and teach a class? And, well, yes, that's true. I said, I'm coming to your house. And so, and that'll be next Thursday at 7 o'clock. I'll teach Oils of the Bible, and so have a crowd. Thank you, bye. And I actually did that, and I just went, hope people were there, and it was. Just get out there, face your fears. Don't even think about fears. It's not a fear. Just do it. Just do it, and don't quit. Ever. Don't quit. If you quit, you have to start all over. And there's a good chance that you've kind of messed up your credibility with people. So we have the best company, we have the best products, we have the best comp plan on the planet. So just get out there and do it, and don't quit. If it gets tough, suck it up, pray, ask God to bring you more people, and just do it. Just do it, do it, do it. And you don't have to be an expert. I'm a Royal Crown, I am not an expert, and I don't intend to be one. We have too many resources that let everybody be their own expert. Don't quit.
Alrighty, let's get our question from the audience.
Hi, back here. Fidel Fernandez. My question to the group members is, what is the best use of convention?
Best use of
Farm,
convention.
meetings, breakouts, there's everything. You take your team as many as you can, you rent a bus, you carpool. We've got a lot of people that drive, save money, and they carpool up there. You've got to go to convention. It will change. That's Tom Reed. I went to my first convention and he was there and I didn't know it, and I was kind of freaking out because, like, this is a doctor, and what if he doesn't like all of these oils? What's going to happen? And he was totally thrilled. It's like I knew it changed him by going. Everybody, you go to convention and you will never not go again.
All right, let's take another question from
My
the audience.
question is for Mr. Evangeline. I missed his first name.
Tom.
My question is for you. What attracted you to essential oils, and how do you suggest we approach other males, other men?
What attracted me to essential oils is truth.
True.
I'm sorry.
As a man.
As a man, what attracted me to essential oils?
Oh, I can answer that. It's a perfume that I could finally wear without a headache.
On that note, I do like perfumey smells. I like flowers. I like gardening and that kind of thing. And Evangeline really didn't like the perfumes that I would recommend for her, and now I can understand why. They're toxic as all get out, and I would never recommend them for anybody. But as a man, I think that answer is really hard for me it's hard for me to answer that as a man, because I just look at essential oils as truth. And I see all the benefits of essential oils. I see that essential oils are needed in every home, every place, to every person in the world. They have so many benefits, and you know, God has called, I think, both of us to the healing professions, and that's what I've done for 33 years. So I've got my eye and my heart in trying to help people get healed from whatever. So the tools that I've chosen over the last 10 years, and I'm really glad that I've gravitated this way, I think it's a real game changer for me and for a lot of other people, is gravitating towards what God put on the earth for us to use. Certainly before then, I was part of the same world as most of the other docs out there. It was all pharmaceuticals. And I look back at those days and I go, oh geez, you know, what did I do? How could I have been part of that? And for whatever reason, you know, the Lord has orchestrated Young Living in our lives. So for me personally, I found something that I could grab onto that speaks truth, that's all part of the creation that God has put before us, and it's our privilege to be able to utilize it to help each other.
Tom?
Yes.
I think the second part of her question was how can we attract more men
Thank you,
to
sir.
Young Living?
How can we attract
More men
More
to
men.
Young Living. How can we attract men to come into Young Living?
Well, what's the top thing on men's minds? Really? Men.
Shootron, a lang sensation.
How can we attract?
Just as close.
I'm blushing.
The business plan, the comp plan, guys, like they look at the money, they look at the bottom line. It's like, show me the money. Why are you spending $150 or $300? You want a 4-pack of Ningxia? You're gonna drink it in a week? No. Where's the money coming from? You got to show them the money, and that whole part about transfer buying, you know, replacement buying. I think that's what you call it. You know, that's what they want to see. They see the money. Does your husband like your check? Yes, they want to see the money.
Yeah, and that was the case with us too when we got our first check. Evangeline showed me our first check. I'm going, hey, is my name on this check? I was, because men are built for the most part to be doers. They're providers, protectors of the family. They want to labor. They want to do something. They want to do something that's going to help in the security, stability of the family. They also, men will get up in the morning, and whether you see them or not, they're up there in front of the mirror, they're going, you know, like this. They want to be able to feel good, look good. The nutritional side of Young Living is a great way to approach men. The health, the nutrition. Do you want to look meaner, thinner? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to, yes?
Nitro might help you with your workouts.
Oh, absolutely. Nitro, absolutely. I can tell you just from, I'm very, very active in sports, and I can tell you that Nitro makes a huge difference in my performance when I am out there going to the gym, or I'm swimming, or I'm biking, whatever it is that I'm doing. But also, there is that cognitive enhancement. There is absolutely no doubt that it takes you up a notch when you're doing Ningxia Nitro. So the nutritional side of this, the Nitro, the Ningxia Red, the other nutritional products, depending on what it is that their need is.
Alrighty, this is unfortunately our last question, so go ahead.
I just want to say that I absolutely have stellar leadership support in Karen Douglas. And, but I want to ask some of the other diamonds on the stage. I don't have any problem getting people to buy kits or whatever, but I want to know what strategically you say, or how do you encourage them to become a part of Essential Rewards? I know one way or a couple of ways, but do you have something
So
else
what
that
are
you
your
might
tips
use?
for encouraging members to join Essential Rewards?
To save money. They're going to use them anyway. They will save money. It's like having a coupon for almond milk and going to the store, I'm going to buy it every week, and then not using the coupon. It's there. It's for us to have the benefit of.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's wanting to save money, and a lot of people that I share with are mothers, and so yeah, that's on their mind. They want to be frugal and all that, and so it's like, oh my goodness, they have this amazing program where it's a loyalty rewards program, Essential Rewards. You get to save money on shipping, you get 10 to 20% back. And, I mean, so just, you know, share with them the value, but then also, you know, as I even share the premium starter kit with my very simple presentation, I show him that Ningxia Red juice that's in there, and I tell him, you guys, this is the most amazing juice and essential oil infused drink. Oh, my 15-second elevator thing anyway. And it's got all the wonderful nutrition in there, and you know, you don't get all your fruits and veggies every single day, so you're gonna want this, and they have it in 4-packs and 8-packs and all the on-the-go pouches, and you're gonna want this every single day. So let's get you started on Essential Rewards now so that you can have your oils and you can have your Ningxia Red as well.
Not just that, but the convenience factor of it coming through every month, because I mean, everyone is busy. You have good intentions to place an order, but life happens. Everyone is busy. You forget that you want to place an order. And if you're a business builder, if you forget to place your order, you don't have a check coming in. So you want to make sure that you are on Essential Rewards. I mean, let's face it, we're all busy with life. Did I remember to change my ER this month? No, I'm a little busy planning a wedding right now. So I'm glad that it was already set. I didn't have to think about it, and it showed up on my door 3 to 5 days later because I picked 3 to 5 days shipping. I didn't even have to think about it, and I won't have to think about it in March or April or May or the rest of the year.
Along with just the saving money on the purchases that you make, remember all of those points that you collect that you can redeem. In the beginning of the year, I posted to my team group, how many points do you have sitting in the Young Living Essential Reward Point Bank? And people were surprised. They hadn't been, some of them, paying attention, but I said, that alone, if you've got $500, $600, $700, basically PV points, that's free product. Tell your people, guess what I just earned? You know, another thing that is very popular that my team does a lot, and maybe others too, they receive their, they cash in their Essential Reward points, they redeem them, and then that package that comes, they'll put out all the products and say, okay, this is $250 worth of products that I got for $11.12, which is shipping and tax. People was like, I want that.
And then also, as you're teaching beyond the starter kit, if you're teaching the Thieves line or you're teaching on the supplements, you know, I always have people in my continuing education classes get out a piece of paper and they're taking notes and they're thinking and writing down the things that they desire to support their body systems. And when I'm done with that class, as I've highlighted a bunch of different supplements or whatever, I'm like, okay, there's your wish list now. Now get on Essential Rewards. Because sometimes people are like, well, what would I even get on Essential Rewards? You know, so you need to, you know, educate them about these amazing products. And Brittany did an awesome job highlighting all the 10 of them. Oh my word. And I'm sure all of us were thinking, oh my word, I need that. No, I can move that around in my order. So people, when they're learning, they're like, oh my word, I need them all, but I don't know if I can get them all this month. And so I'll say, okay, so circle your top 3, put those on your Essential Rewards. Next month, you can add to that, or, you know, put those other 3 that you had listed and finish out your list. So I help people actually make a plan in their mind of what they're going to order in the next 3 months, for the next 3 months.
So my sponsor, who's sitting right over there, Karen Douglas, my very first month in Young Living, or maybe my second, I had about a $700 and some order, which she was in her virtual office. How many of you go into your virtual office every single day? If you are a leader, you should be in your virtual office every single day, looking and seeing what's going on in there, or on Oily Tools if you have that on your phone. But Karen called me a few days after I had placed that order. It was a care call. She was just checking up on me, and she said, you know, Evangeline, that order that you just placed for $700 and some, she said, if you had placed that on Essential Rewards, you would have more than $70 sitting there in points that you could spend like cash for any product in Young Living. And I had not taken the time to investigate Essential Rewards because my parents had just moved in with us. My dad was dying of cancer and my life was a wreck at that point. And that $70, even for a doctor's wife, was like, oh, I missed out on $70. I think I better look into this Essential Rewards. So you really can encourage your team members with just a care call. If you're seeing that they're already ordering anyway, call them and say, you know, you missed $20 that you could have earned, you know, in Essential Rewards points.
Before we give our leaders a great big round of applause, I wanted to give Tom just a moment to be a good husband.
I made a big mistake, and they say that confession is good for the soul. So I just want to make this public confession about this huge mistake that I made. I woke up this morning and I forgot that it was my wife's birthday. And so, you know, when we're faced with something like that, first you're in shock for a couple seconds, and then you try to figure out, well, how can I recover? How can I recover from this? So I started doing the dishes, making breakfast. Honey, you just go sit down. Let me serve you breakfast in her little chair where she sits, and she reads. And I go, don't worry, honey, I'm here. I'll take care of it. So I just wanted to confess that and wonder if all of you would help me in just wishing her a very happy birthday today.
How are you going to top it next year? Huh? Don't buy discounted skydiving tickets.